Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is Friday, October 25th, 2013. Last night made a run up. Toys R Us, Target, GameStop. Check the local stock, always looking, for variants, anything special, new, unexpected. Picked up the Power-A stackable tackle box, really cool. And of course, with the promo they had going on, I also got the Show and Go case, the little miniature one. So, highlighted that last night for you. Something I planned to do, but kind of ran out of juice, just in terms of being too tired to really do it, is showcase this. It is a classic mix, which I prefer the flavor variety, but I guess this one will work. This is what I've tried to find for an eternity. Light 4 Hicks is probably going to fall down there. But this is essentially, some people call it pumpkin Fright Rider, some call him Halloween Fright Rider. I just think he looks freaking awesome. That's supposedly how the figure's really going to look with, orange as a base color for Rider, black for Fright. Perfect for Halloween. I think it's going to be really cool. Issue I have had, and so many others have had, is there are no signs of the bags anywhere. This has been a big issue for a long time. Of course, there's a lot of hardcore, dedicated people want to go out, buy the chips, have a chance to win them. They've been contacting Frito-Lay. They're hearing, hey, the bags should start showing up, yada yada. I waited and waited and waited. It's always taken a long time to find the Sidekick bags here, but I eventually do. Originally in SSA, I could only find 3, and of course I was able to complete the set through a GameStop promotion later on. Then with Giants, I got 2 bags in San Antonio, which is good because they were hard to find up here, but I did still see them. It was a deal where they would have the stock and it would be gone and there'd be vacancies on the shelf. And then, I'd come back the next week and there'd be 1 or 2 bags. They were always the promotional ones. So that worked out well. Got all the Giant sidekicks. That went really well. I like the way they changed the promotion up on it. The Fright Rider ones I was hoping would work the same as these sidekick ones. And by that I just mean the availability, like I saw with the Giant sidekicks bags. A lot of people probably notice, I've had several point out when I've done collection videos, hey, you don't have Flock Stump Smash. There's a reason for that. I could never find the bags anywhere for Flock Stump Smash. If you wonder where I got this, it was not the grocery store, it was not Walmart, it was not Target. They continuously have the exact same stock. Now it's actually transitioning away from the Frankenstein bags to just kind of like a relabel, the classic packaging, if you will, something that you see when there's no promotion at all. And they're always in stock. It got to a point earlier this week I was actually, said, hey, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. I'm going to go ahead and just, hit up Frito-Lay, see if they can tell me if the bags are coming to this area or something. They're very quick to respond. Rob out in California, Coin Op, he's in the same predicament. There is nothing on his side of the world. He's never found them. If you watch his channel, he goes toy shopping more than I do. He's out and about all the time. He can't find the bags. They seem to think it was an issue that, the bags were selling out. That's not the case. The bags are there. They're just not the Fright Rider promotion bags. The store I go to is very lightly popular. I mean, there's several grocery stores, they're all the same chain, and then people tend to go to 3 or 4 of them, They're always crowded. If you know me, I don't like crowds. I go to the one that's not crowded. That bodes great for things like this. That's where I've always been able to find, the sidekick bags and everything. So where did I get this? You're probably wondering. You didn't do Target, didn't do Walmart, not a grocery store, no convenience store. I've checked there twice looking for this. Toys R Us. Of all the places in the world to find a freaking multi-pack of Frito-Lay chips, it was Toys R Us. I thought it was as idiotic as you probably do. I have no clue what they're doing selling Fritos. I'm glad they are, and if you are like me in your town, you've never had any luck, once again, try Toys R Us. Price was $6.99. That's pretty much standard for where I'm around. It's just a deal like it seems like every other week or so. These are on for like $5.99 at some outfit, which is actually a pretty good price considering the value, especially like if these are, you or your kids use them in a lunch. I mean, you're getting basically a month out of it in terms of, lunches provided. This is one of those deals. Toys R Us had this, and I am apparently the first person to have bought a bag. They had about 4 or 5, and they're just kind of piled in there with the Power A stuff. I was like, well, better grab one. And it took me about 15 minutes to get out of the store because this wouldn't scan. They hit the UPC up, it wouldn't scan, the item codes wouldn't enter. None of the employees that came and were paged knew that they had Fritos and were selling them. Finally, I was just like, hey, it was $6.99. It's right over there, and went over, scanned it from the actual position on the shelving. But again, it was that main Skylander display at the front of the store that you see on launch day. It's got the big cardboard cutouts, legendary characters. They got their SWAT force to the left, the Giants to the right, and then over on the corner where they keep the Power A stuff, there were Fritos, and it blew my. Now the really crazy thing here is that I guess Monday or Tuesday I had a DM sent via YouTube by someone. Of course, didn't get a chance to check it. Anytime I see like little notations in an email, I just assume it's like a partnership request or someone promoting something. You always have to research that stuff, so I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. Then I was going through, I was scanning Facebook, trying to see if there's anything new there, and I had a message from someone. Said that they had sent me a message on YouTube. Went and checked it out, and a guy named Tim, he actually has been following along since the SSA days. I guess he'd seen on Twitter and in the videos how I could never find the Fright Riders bags. He actually sent me a code. He was apparently able to find quite a few of them. He's out there in Riverside, California. His wife is Arlene. He has actually set up a page out that direction where local Skylander players can kind of swap figures. Case in point, like say Wave 2 went down and some of them were at work. If somebody had the day off or worked a night shift, they could run into Toys R Us, pick some up, then sold or traded with, other local people that are into Skylanders. Help everyone out, avoid the scalpers, basically. Props for doing that. It was actually his little brother, Anthony, that actually got them all into Skylanders. He kind of got Tim hooked, and then Tim got his wife hooked. And then ultimately, Tim and Arlene went on to start the page, help people out again, out there in Riverside, California. So, pretty cool story there, and like they said, they kind of liked following along. They've so far been able to get everything just because of people like myself trying to get the word out on promotions and things ahead of time. To my credit, I got the word out on this in plenty of time. It's just I have not had any luck finding them, of course, until after Tim sent the code. I think it was Wednesday, like 4 in the morning, usually when I do this stuff. And I went ahead, I entered the code, figured what the heck, and it actually won. So because of Tim and Arlene and Anthony, who got those two into the game, I actually have a Halloween Fright Rider coming that I can get to show everyone and see how he compares here to, the graphic art on the packaging and everything. So very big thanks to Tim, Arlene, and little brother Anthony for getting Tim into the game and his wife into the game, and the wife supporting it, not thinking they were crazy or something, and actually playing it. Like I've said before, I'm in my late 20s, I play good games. They don't have to have great graphics, they don't have to have great music, it doesn't have to be a first-person shooter, I don't have to be able to be Peyton Manning. It's a game that's good is a good game. That's really all there is to it. Some of the best games I've played continue to be things I played on the SNES. Do I care that they don't have HD graphics? No, I do not. Super Mario World was and will remain one of my favorites of all time. That said, again, that's kind of why I do a lot of this stuff, just to help people. In the event that Tim and Arlene didn't exist, didn't send the code over, the code didn't win. It's really the thought that counts there, because they know it's got a chance to win, and they're giving it to a complete stranger on YouTube, but that's the main thing. I mean, I do this stuff so people that are watching can actually go out, and if I can't find 6 bags to pick up and try to win, maybe someone else will. If I tell you, hey, Toys R Us is going to have Wave 2 stuff tomorrow, if I'm stuck at work, maybe you've got class, maybe your parents are working, maybe your aunt. she's a nurse or something, does a 3-day cycle. Maybe she can run, and that's the bottom line, trying to help people out on this stuff. That is very much appreciated. Went ahead and picked this up just because, one, I'd never seen one. Two, that's usually how stuff works for me. If you recall, I'll give up on finding something locally, and then I'll catch it on Amazon and be real excited and order it. And then the next night when I run my errands, I usually find it in the stores. Can't think of how many times. That's why a lot of these figures, granted a bunch I get for my nephew to have one, but some of them, people will be like, hey, why do you have that one sitting back there? And it's like, well, I couldn't cancel the Amazon order on time. So that said, I found this bag at Toys R Us. They didn't have any trace of the flavor variety pack. It was just a classic mix. So hopefully that's okay if anyone cares. I know some of you don't want to spend your money on stuff you don't like, but get classic Lay's, nacho cheese Doritos, Cool Ranch, crunchy Cheetos, original Sun Chips. I don't even know if I've ever had those. I like the Harvest Cheddar ones, and then classic Fritos. So it's really not a horrible deal, I suppose. But let's take a look at what's important here. Number one, the figure, which we've already seen that. I am ecstatic about that. Orange and black, one of my favorite color combinations. Secondly, I'm a huge Halloween fan. You come over here, Skylanders Swap Force. You could win an exclusive special edition Skylanders figure. One prize awarded for every 15 minutes. Maybe I'll wait until like 5 a.m. to enter this code too. The cool thing is, just like on the Sidekick packs, if you've maybe thrown away that on accident, don't have your coupons, you're kicking yourself. If you can actually find one of these packs, you should have the same coupons inside. Save $10 on a Skylanders Swap Force starter pack. Limit one per purchase with coupon available inside. Skylanders Swap Force starter pack will be in stores October 2013. See back panel for details. Which is what we're doing now. Skylanders Swap Force. Wield the power of the undead. Again, this is awesome for Halloween. It's just a shame that they've been non-existent in so many stores across the country. Wield the power of the undead with a chance to win an exclusive special edition Skylanders figure. Check out the orange and black accents. That's pretty sweet. Again, one prize every 15 minutes. That's the same stuff. I'll spare you there. How it works. 1. Find your code inside specially marked Frito-Lay variety packs, which again, good luck. If you're like me and you've had zero luck, try Toys R Us. Number 2, enter your code at SkylandersPromo.com/Frito-Lay Fall. I didn't even actually have to do that because Tim sent the link direct to me, so that was nice. Number 3, see if you've won a free Fright Rider Skylanders figure, playable in Skylanders Giants and Swap Force. Nice that they cleared that up. It would not work in SSA, but since Fright Rider originated in Giants, backwards compatible to the point of origin. And then, of course, Swap Force releases October 2013, the 13th to be exact, almost 2 weeks ago now. So, let me set this portal over here. Chase McCain is hidden. Maybe not great, but kind of he was. He's not in the frame right now. That kind of gives it away. I had to change batteries. Look down. I don't know what to say about that. That said, pull here to open. It's upside down, but we will assume it works. They open up really easy. I just couldn't see that. I basically just spread it apart. The question now is this going to be a card or is it printed? Well, let's just take the chips out and have a look, shall we? It still amazes me. I understand Toys R Us, having some stuff, like candy at the front, it's a kids, geared towards kids type store. Having, popcorn or something for movies. Here it is. It's actually a card inside. That's a freakish deal. I was expecting it would be a printed deal. This is actually kind of cool. Glad to see this. There again is a good look at the figure. Personally, I've heard a lot of people say they think it's hideous and stupid. I think it's awesome, and that's one of the reasons I really wanted to find one of these bags. It's another reason, in the case of Tim and Arlene and Anthony, stoked that there's actually people that care and help. There are good people in the world. Not everyone is evil and trying to push you over so they can grab fire cracking before you do. Right there, you winner. Flip card for more details. There's a little swap force deal. And then apparently the coupon on this one will just be the card. So let's flip this over. Enter your code for a chance to win a special edition Fright Skylanders figure. The code below at the website. See if you won. Well, you probably already saw the code. I'm going to enter it. See what happens. Okay, this coupon will expire November 17th, 2013, so you want to keep that in mind. Yeah, so that's it. You'll just take that in there to scan it, and if you're getting a starter pack, you can save $10 before the 17th of November. Oh yeah, these are crushed completely. Those sun chips are going to be like those little French fry straw things. Actually, a lot of those are crushed completely. Then again, I mean, to their credit, Toys R Us is not a grocery chain. You know, they sell toys, not chips. Apparently, they sell chips now. Anyway, like I said, this will, I guess, keep me stocked on chips again. I never actually finished the other pack that I got locally for Swap Force. I took it to work and intended to have them at lunch. It just didn't happen. I do like the chips. I just kind of prefer like the kettle cooked barbecue ones, if anyone wonders. The chips, it looks like, are good through a variation of dates. These are the 17th, some are the 31st. So essentially, I mean, you can peg this down if you get them eaten before Thanksgiving or the New Year's on some date, which is a pretty good lifespan on them. I don't know that I'll pull that off or not. But Toys R Us is where I got it. $6.99 is what it cost. I still think it's ridiculous, just like I'm sure you do. But I can't complain. I actually found a bag of them, so that's pretty cool. I will see if I win. If I win with this one, could be given away. I hate doing giveaways because, especially with something limited. Not because I don't want to give it away, but it's because there's going to be more than one person that wants it, and then it's kind of how do you determine who gets the item, you know. Kind of makes for a complicated situation. And then if you ask people to do something, like draw a picture or make a video of why you want it, that is a position I do not want to be in, because I don't want to break anyone's heart or crush their hopes and dreams or make them feel like their pictures or videos weren't as good as someone else's. I don't know. And then if you like do a random drawing, you literally write down a username of everyone that wanted it and draw it out of the hat, then you're going to have people that didn't win that are going to be upset. It's just a mess. I mean, it really is. I think most people get the gist of it, you know, and will just keep trying and hope you give another something else away down the road. But it's the ones that are, you know, upset about it that really kind of, you know, ruin the vibe there. But we'll see what happens. You know, I will enter that code before this video goes live, particularly at my current upload speed. I clocked it last night. It was like 0.8 megabytes per second, which is ridiculous. I could probably walk to the server in California and have half these videos up before you see it. I guess maybe not, but the server was any closer. I could literally walk with a flash drive or something and get them up or something. That said, the bags, you know, I've had a lot of people tell me like their standard price is like $5.49. I don't know how that varies region to region. You would assume that things like that, I mean, a set commodity, it's the same quantity of chips, same salt granules in theory, would have like a set price nationwide. Apparently they do not. So if you can get them cheaper than $6.99, fantastic. Some of you probably live in a state or an area where they cost more than that. Sorry, you know. But somewhere around there, $5.99, $6.99 is just what I usually have to pay for them. Again, it's actually a pretty good value when you think about, you know, a pack for lunch, you know, every day. Just through the work or school week, again, that's going to cover like a month for you. So, or if you have kids or a party or something, they work really well there. You can just like give them out to people. Halloween's coming up. You know, if you don't want to spend extra money on candy, just give out some Frito-Lay stuff, you know. You've got it around anyway, might as well use it. But again, big thanks to Tim, Arlene, and Anthony. That's the kind of stuff I'd post on Twitter, about it. And I gotta say, my hope is that some of the stuff I do helps you. It may not help me. I may know about promotions and things coming up. And in the case of the Fright Rider deal, literally it took me until the 24th of October to find a bag. And I have been looking since the beginning of the promotion. So, same with Wave 2. I got in there a little late that day and, missed out on, night shift and firecracking, the first time around. But the goal is, again, if possible, it will benefit as many people as it can. It's kind of nice to see that in the community. You kind of see that with cars as well, people trying to help someone out. But again, big thanks. If, assuming they ship it to me, nothing goes crazy. Here, they said 8 to 10 weeks. That's what they said on these sidekicks, and those things came really fast. That said, for the people that have been able to find these Fright Rider bags, no one's gotten it yet that I know of, but I might be on down the list or something away, so it might postpone it some. But as soon as I do, I will open it up, show you what the figure looks like. The sad fact of the matter is a bunch of these are going to be going to scalpers, people that have nothing better to do than troll grocery stores, Walmart, food retailers, to basically buy up everything like this because they know they could win something, ship it to friends and relatives' addresses, get it all in, and then hawk it on eBay for a profit. If they just worked a normal job like everyone else or focused on raising their kids, it would make everyone else's life much easier. Sadly, those type of people don't do that thing, so they will probably come up, online. Again, if I wouldn't have gotten this, which I don't even know if it's going to win, or if Tim and Arlene wouldn't have sent one over to me that I actually won, I stick to my guns. If I found this being retailed for $9.99, you bet I'd take it. If it winds up at GameStop, under a promotion sometime later, which would really be hard to justify with this one because it's so Halloween oriented. But if that was the case, I would do that. If it was online for $29.99, no, I would not buy it. It is not worth that to me. I'm not going to reward someone $23 for being pathetic and hawking things on the internet. So, again, I stick to my guns. That's why I don't have Flock Stump Smash. I could never find the bags, didn't get it on the promotion, and I'm not going to pay over retail, for the figures. So it's the same reason I didn't have the SSA sidekicks until GameStop did that promotion. I got them completed when I bought the Battleground set. My logic, again, there's some things, it'd be cool to have, but it's not worth spending more than they're worth. Heavy Duty Sprocket, if she was really hard to find, I'm only willing to spend $9.99 on her. I apologize. $10.99 at Toys R Us, granted, but if she was up there $19.99, you can kiss it goodbye, sister. I can live without you. So, same thing here. As cool as I think Halloween Fright Rider is going to be, it's one of those deals. I was fully prepared to not have it. Just go about life. But again, because of people like Tim, Arlene, and Anthony, not an issue. Again, I don't know. I have a clue if this thing is going to win. I'll go try it out. We'll see what happens. But again, that's what you want to look for. It will actually be a printed card inside. The Quick Draw Rattle Shake stuff. Some people claim they've actually found those. That's not boding well for myself and those of you that could not find the Halloween Fright Rider bags. But, it is what it is. I will do my best. Share the information with you, showcase what to do if I get it, and take it from there. But again, pretty much the drill based on the sidekicks now. You just go to that website, date of birth, zip code, enter the code. If you win, you provide your shipping address and you're home free. So that's that. But again, Toys R Us, of all places, is where I found this bag of chips, and $6.99 was the cost. I was surprised it wasn't more than that. So if you're desperate, really want to find him like I did, try Toys R Us. You're probably going to be in there anyway. Probably wouldn't be looking for Fritos, but check it out. Again, this must be something they've just done because, like I said, I had 3 or 4 employees around and none of them knew they even sold them. They couldn't get them to ring up, so that tells me they were just added to the system. So hopefully that helps some of y'all out. there could be people walking through Toys R Us that want this and not aware that it's a bag of Fritos. You know, I don't know. It's going to depend how alert they are. If they're just looking for, Wave 2 swap fours, they very easily could bypass this without realizing what it is. So maybe it'll help you out. But again, that's that. Here's a couple of weeks. We should have Halloween Fright Rider, and we will see what he looks like. Again, it would be nice if they would have maybe started this earlier and then had shipped them all, around Halloween, but you can't really complain too much, I suppose. So, nonetheless, that's what we should have to look at here shortly. I'm excited about it. Again, that's just an awesome color combination, in my opinion. So, we'll see what happens. But, again, big thanks to Tim, Arlene, and Anthony out there in Riverside, in California. If you're in that area, try to find their Facebook page. If I find it, I might put a link up on the blog or the video description for you. But, if you still haven't found it, try Toys R Us. It sounds ridiculous. It worked for me. And good luck. There is, and this is something else Frito-Lay stressed to myself, Rob, and another person, you can actually do the deal where you send in, like a 3x5 card for the code. My deal is I don't mind buying the bag of chips. I'm not trying to cheap out on that, but I can't buy the chips if they're not stocked at the store. And I think that's everyone else's position. There's probably a few people that would rather send in the card and wait, and get it back and then try the codes than buy the chips. But I'll actually buy the chips. I'll eat them, as best I can, get my money's worth out of that. But that is your other option, and that's really, if you can't find the bags at Toys R Us and they continue to be absent from other retailers, that's your only option. So keep that in mind. But I will end this here. It's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but it has a good story. Like I say, that's my case. Maybe you're up in Pennsylvania or something. Somebody knows you're in the Skylanders. Maybe they found some bags somewhere. They were on a trip to, Columbus, Ohio. Found some at a store there. It's all about helping people out. You really only need, it depends how they ship. If they're shipped in a plain white box, like the sidekicks or something, you really can't display it without having it open. So, keep that in mind. Try to help some people out. You never know when you might have something that you can't find that they will, and most people will return favors. So, again, that's that, though. Good luck finding this. If not for Tim and Arlene, I probably wouldn't even have one coming to me. Again, I was fully prepared to just write it off and give up. I wasn't going to send in for the codes. But I'll leave it at that. Again, I'm excited to see this guy in person. As soon as he comes in, I'll get him up. Again, once more, big thanks to Tim, Arlene, and Anthony for getting Tim started, and Arlene for letting those two continue to play the game. But once again, that is that. This is Halloween Fright Rider. Got all the details up on the blog in terms of the promotion. So hopefully you found them. If not, keep looking. Try Toys R Us. And don't forget, you can actually send in a card and get the code. You can find the rules on the website. But I will leave it at that. And until next time, thanks for watching.